To stand in front of you in this grand final of DRC-ICAB Interfirm Debate Championship 2025 Season 2. Before starting the program, I would like to request our respected brother, the Maulana Saiful Islam, to recite from the Holy Quran. Please, Saiful Bhai, please.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Deep gratitude to Maulana Saiful Bhai. Thank you very much for being here. Now, this is the grand final. Exciting event of the tournament, and really we'll enjoy the session greatly, inshallah. Okay. Today, the two teams will contest in the grand final, Economic Chartered Accountant and Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong. At first, I would like to congratulate the both teams for their exciting performance and tremendous dedication till now to reach this grand final. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for being here. Honorable Chief Guest Professor Mustafiz Rahman Sir is here. Sir, we are very much grateful to you to have your presence in your busy schedule really. And here respected Vice President of Institute of Chartered Accountancy of Bangladesh, CA Bangladesh, Roknuzzaman Sir, Vice President of ICAB is here. Honorable Council Member Ziaur Rahman Bhai and Amran Bhai are here. Distinguished fellow member of the Institute are here and distinguished guests. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here to experience the great battle of logical intelligence. Well, not taking much time, I am now inviting our Honorable Secretary of Dhaka Regional Committee, Mr. Akijur Rahman, FCA Bhai, to have your welcome speech. Thank you. Please, Akijur Rahman Bhai, please.
Honorable Chief Guest, Vice President of ICAB, Council members, my dear fellow members, judges, students and guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am really honored to get the opportunity to welcome you in this grand finale of our debate competition 2025. I am expressing my gratitude to the farms and the students who have participated. The two teams, the finalist two teams, I want to congratulate both of them. They are the winner of the winners. You know that those teams who have attended in this debate competition, all of them are winners because we have around, I think, 200 plus CA farms. So only 24 farms they have attended. So they have already won the fear of participation. That is why all of them are winners who have attended. Again, I want to thank you all who are being present here for your august participation. This program is going to be successful. In this wonderful evening, I want to again welcome all of you here and hope to enjoy a very competitive and wonderful debate competition, this final program. So hope all of you will enjoy. So thanks once again.
Thank you very much, Akijur Rahman FCA Bhai, for your wonderful words. Now I'd like to request our Honorable DRC Chairman, Mahmoud Rahman Shahid Bhai FCA, to have your speech, please. Mahmoud Rahman FCA, Honorable Chairman of Dhaka Regional Committee, ICAB.
Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Chief Guest, dear fellow members, Honorable Vice President and dear students. I am also welcome you all to our grand finale of the debate season 2. And DRC is very delighted to arrange this program for the second time for the students only, so that our students can express their views with the people, because we know what a chartered accountant do many things, but they cannot express many things, sometimes not anything. That's why we arrange it, and I'm very much thankful to you all that you come here to enjoy the program, and please enjoy till end of the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman of Dhaka Regional Committee. Now I would like to request our Honorable Convener, Mohammad Israfil Bukhtiar FCA, Honorable Convener of the program. We are really thankful for your dedication and ownership to make the program a successful one. Israfil Bukhtiar FCA.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and very good evening. Thank you, our chief guest, our respected council member, DRC office bearer, my fellow members, dear student. Thanks for coming. Especially thanks the DRC office bearer to give me the opportunity to run the program. And a special thanks to our event chairman, Mr. Rashid. He has helped me in a great extent. And also thanks to our committee member. The main motto to arrange this program to develop the soft skills of our dear student and to break the ice in front of public. So I think a minimum level it may be we have achieved, and today we are in a grand finale and hope the battle will be done in a great extent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Honorable Convener. The two teams are here to contest each other. Economic Chartered Accountant and Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong. Now I'd like to request both teams to have your seat, please, and to have on dais, please. Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong and Economic Chartered Accountants. The two teams have shown their tremendous efforts and excellence of knowledge till now. Until now, Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong, from the first round, if I say, they contest with Maps and J partners, and second round, Hossein Farhad and Kong, and quarter final with Snehashish Mahmood and Kong, and semi-final defeat Rahman Rahman Haq, Chartered Accountants. Really, really amazing performance you have shown. Thank you and congratulations once again, Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong. And another team, Economic Chartered Accountants, and the opposition side, they have also shown their tremendous effort and dedication and excellence of knowledge till now in the battle of logical intelligence. And in the first round, they defeat Hossein Mamluk and Kong, and in the second round, Mahmoud Shabud and Kong, and in the quarter-final, they contested with Shubhankar and Kong, and at last, immediate last one, Mahmoud Shabud and Kong, they contested and shown their tremendous excellence of knowledge and logical intelligence. Thank you and congratulations, Economic Chartered Accountants, once again. I would like to be thankful to the Chartered Accountancy firm. This year, 24 teams have joined and participated in the flagship Battle of Intelligence, and altogether 17 teams have participated. I would like to mention their name categorically. Aziz Halim Khair and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Hudabasi Chaudhuri and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Hossein Mamluk and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Hawladar Yunus and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Kem Alom and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Maps and J Partners, Chartered Accountants, SF Ahmed and Kong, Chartered Accountants, USI Saibul Shamsul Alam and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Hossein Farhad and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Shohidul Islam and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Shiraz Khan Bashak and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Shubhankar and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Snehashish Mahmood and Kong, and most importantly, Snehashish Mahmood was last year champion. Hopefully they are here, and we'll see them later part. Snehashish Mahmood and Kong, and then Mahmoud Shabud and Kong, and finally Rahman Haq, Chartered Accountants. And we are much grateful and delighted to have your presence in the flagship battle this year. Really, your presence have made us proud and made the program very, very exciting and successful one. And not taking much time, I am requesting honorable judges of today's session, Honorable Ashik Bhai FCA, to have your seat please, and Sabrina Mehzabin, and other judges, Farha Mehzabin and team. Please come on to the dais and have a seat, please. Ashik Bhai FCA is honorable partner Ashik Bhai FCA is honorable partner of Nufas Deloitte Bangladesh. We are really grateful to Ashik Bhai to have your presence in today's session. You have managed your time in your busy schedule, really. Thank you very much. Ms. Sabrina Mehzabin Apa, thank you very much. And Tahmid, Farha, and Boishaki to have your presence. Until now, from starting, you have shown your tremendous dedication and given your efforts and time to make our event very, very successful one. And I would like to start the session. Before starting, I would like to take permission from the Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Professor Mustafiz Rahman Sir, to start today's debating session. Sir, can we start? Thank you very much for your proper permission. Well, thank you. Our distinguished guests are ready to set to go, and participants as well to set to go. Well, can we start? Okay. Now, I am handing over the session to honorable judges and especially to SK Ashik Bhai FCA to conduct the next session. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, respected chief guest, respected council members, VPs, audience, and my fellow adjudicators. I'd like to start with a somber note today. As you know that one of the eminent academic and writer, Professor Syed Manjurul Islam, passed away today. He was a debater, and I can recall during my university days, before attending any national level debating competition, TV debate competition, I used to visit him. Even though I belong to accounting department, I used to visit him. We used to visit him, get and consult with him regarding various aspects of the debate. So he was a debater, and I would request all of you to pray for his emancipation and his families and the bereaved member of his families and his colleagues. So today, my name is Ashik Iqbal. I am one of the partners with Deloitte in Bangladesh. I used to be a debater and represent DUDS English debating section, as well as Bangla debate sections for one of the dormitories of Dhaka University. So the motion of today's debate is this house believes that the mega project model is a trap, not a triumph for Bangladesh's economy. Fill up করে না নেমস গুলি দিতে বলবো গভর্নমেন্ট টিম হচ্ছে মোশনটা লিখবে আর তাদের নামটা লিখবে আচ্ছা হ্যাঁ দিয়ে দেন So I would like to request both sides to fill up the forms. So as you know that Bangladesh has embarked on various mega projects from Padma Bridge to Rupur to metro rails. Whether there is a debate that whether these are managed efficiently, whether these mega projects pose future threats, and there are other views that these are really boon for the economy. So today, in today's discussion, today's debate, both sides will explore this motion. As a moderator of the session, I would ensure that both sides gets equal opportunity and time is allocated in a equitable manner. So the organizer, may I request the organizer to lay out the protocol of these debate sessions, like from a time perspective, and then, because I have not been given any note about this. So 5 minutes each, okay.
Thank you so much. I would be describing the protocol of today's session while debating. As we all know, this whole tournament was conducted in the ADD, which is Asian Debate Parliamentary Format. In the Asian Debate Parliamentary Format, there are 2 stages where the debaters debate and give their speeches. The first one is the constructive part, and the second one is the rebuttal session. For the constructive session, each of the member will get 5 minutes to speak. Apart from 5 minutes, they will be given extra 15 seconds to conclude their speech. If they do not do so, then the timekeeper will keep on reminding them by clicking on the stopwatch again and again repeatedly. However, after 5 minutes, the judges and the AJ panel will stop writing their comments. For the opposition team, only the opposition leader, which is the leader of opposition LO, will get 1 minute strategic time before his speech, but none of the other speakers in this house will get any extra time for preparation while the debate is happening. In rebuttal session, first the LO, which is leader of opposition, and then the PM, the Prime Minister of this house, will get 3 minutes to speak, and in each minute, the speakers will be reminded of their time by 1, 2, and 3 minutes. Likewise, in the constructive session, they will get extra 15 seconds to conclude their speech, but that's all. Lastly, if we talk about point of information, since point of order and point of privilege is not allowed, in case of point of information, in between 1 to 4 minutes, the opposite time, the speakers, the team members may raise their hand to the opposite speakers, not the AJ panel, and ask their question. They have to conclude their question within 15 seconds. That has to be a question and not a conversation. Secondly, it's up to the speakers whether they're going to accept the POI or not. In the rebuttal sessions, no time for POI or any time is allowed, so the speakers cannot raise POI. When the point of information is being asked, the time will be stopped, and when the speaker keeps on answering it, the time will be resumed. So that is the protocol this house will follow, and I'll give the chair for the rest of the session.
Thank you. So in the interest of time, I'm going directly into the constructive session. So may I request the Prime Minister from the government side to produce their argument. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, over the last decade, Bangladesh has entered an era of mega projects. These are massive billion-dollar infrastructures, often financed with foreign loans and showcased as symbol of national pride, Honorable Speaker. Yes, they look impressive and make headlines, true. But our question is very simple. Are these projects truly strengthening the foundation of our very economy, or silently trapping us in debt, dependency, and imbalance, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Speaker, before I dive more into my debate, I want to clarify our motion first. By mega project model, we mean the infrastructure-centric initiative taken by the Bangladeshi government in the last 15 to 20 years to build mega projects such as the Podda Bridge, Metro Rail, Rupur Nuclear Power Plant, and many more. Honorable Speaker, a trap means projects that look good on paper but actually burdens the country with heavy debt, delays, corruption, and poor returns, ultimately drains the economy instead of developing it. Honorable Speaker, a triumph means projects that truly benefit the people and the economy, bringing sustainable growth, better living standards, and real national progress over time. And by this house, we mean Bangladesh, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the debate is not whether some mega projects may succeed under perfect conditions, rather whether the model itself, as presently practiced in Bangladesh, tends toward trap more than triumph. Honorable Speaker, we must show that on balance, the mega project model is more likely to harm than to help. Our goal is to show that Bangladesh should rethink the very reliance on mega project as a dominant development strategy. So what's the alternatives? There are sustainable projects like investing more on skill-based training, such as teaching, coding, promoting, or investing entrepreneurship, ensuring quality of education, investing more on less risky projects like SME or small and medium-priced enterprises instead of several risky mega projects. This is to keep in mind that we also want to invest on mega projects as well. However, our focus should be majority be on the sustainable projects. That's why we, the government side, firmly affirm this motion. Honorable Speaker, we have some great arguments to show you. Mega project model provides only an illusion of development. True development means economic growth driven by skilled citizens along with education, healthcare, and better living standards, not just infrastructure. The fundamental flaw of the mega project model is that it confuses construction with development. Bridges and power plants may symbolize progress, true, but they don't teach, heal, or uplift people. A highway doesn't teach someone to read. A tunnel doesn't train a doctor. An airport doesn't raise a village's living standards, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, by pouring billions into monumental projects, the government robs its own future, creating an illusion of progress while starving education, healthcare, and skill development. The money for one bridge could fund thousands of scholarships, coding institutes, or modern hospital. The result, a nation with grand infrastructure but a workforce too unskilled to sustain it. Honorable Speaker, let's talk about Ghana's Bui Dam, financed by China's loans. Billions spent, citizens dispersed, and education underfunded, leaving few skilled workers to maintain the power grid even. Bangladesh reached the same fate, Honorable Speaker, with projects like Kornofuli Tunnel, Bangabandhu Satellite, or BRT project that drain resources from human development, Honorable Speaker. Without investing in people, mega projects become permanent fiscal burdens, Honorable Speaker, not engines for growth. True progress builds citizens, not just structures. Honorable Speaker, the second trap is the debt trap. Bangladesh's mega projects are built not on surplus, but on a mountain of costly foreign debt, with 29 projects or $87 billion, mostly financed by external loans. Our foreign debt now stands at $103.4 billion US, Honorable Speaker. Loan repayments are set to rise 53% in the next fiscal year as well, consuming almost 10% of our national budget and draining foreign reserves. When Taka depreciates, let's say even 10%, then that means the debt burden also raises by 10%, Honorable Speaker. In the last fiscal year alone, Bangladesh paid over $2 billion in interest alone, money that could have funded schools, clinics, or SMEs. Honorable Speaker, the loan terms are also absurd. Chinese finance projects like Podda Bridge, Rail Link, and Pyra Port required Chinese labor, materials, and technology at inflated prices. Japanese-funded Dhaka Metro Rail and Matarbari Port required Japanese contractors, sending money back to Japan, not in Bangladesh, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, then time and cost overrun. In Bangladesh, 86.4% of mega projects face cost or time overruns. 7 major projects saw cost jump of 70% from 1.14 lakh crore to 1.95 lakh crore, Honorable Speaker. Poor planning, delays, and weak governance turned affordability into fiscal chaos. Honorable Speaker, the Matarbari Power Project rose 44% to 51,000 crore from 35,000 crore. The Gazipur Airport BRT tripled from 2,000 crore to 6,500 crore, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, then a mega project is a gift that keeps on taking. For example, the Bangabandhu satellite built at 3,000 crore, earning only about 300 to 500 crore in 6 years, but incurring operating cost of 11 crores per month. Honorable Speaker, this is with little chance to break even. Honorable Speaker, it was sold as Bangladesh is going to the orbit, but in reality, it is our taxpayers' money that is floating in the sky, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that being said, should our focus be on making mega expensive projects like Podda Bridge, Karnopoli Tunnel, or Dhaka Mawa Expressway, or should we prioritize skill development and sustainable projects as well? By skill development, we are talking about investment on practical skills development like communication, English speaking, coding, business skill. Honorable Speaker, Singapore was once poorer than Bangladesh. It, however, developed its economy by heavily investing in communication. Honorable Speaker, once implemented projects like Ekti Bari, Ekti Khamar elevated significant people out of poverty. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay. So now thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Now the opposition side will get 1 minute strategic timeout. Hello. Yeah. May I request Honorable Leader of Oppositions to come up with her arguments. Thank you.
Point to post point. Start. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Chair, members of the House, ladies and gentlemen, we on the opposition bench strongly reject the motion that Bangladesh's mega project model is a trap. Let us get this straight. This debate is not about the price tag of progress, it's about the payoff of transformation. The government calls the mega project model a trap, claiming it's full from $51 billion to $103 billion between FY 2017 and 2024. Debt to GDP barely changed from 22.9 to 22.8%. Economist Professor Selim Rehan and Ashikur Rahman confirmed this debt funds productive infrastructure and energy projects with repayments just 5.5% of exports and remittances. This is not a trap. It's balanced, sustainable ambition. Honorable Speaker, mega projects are engines of economic growth because they boost connectivity, expand trade, generate jobs, and unlock regional potential. Look at China. Despite mountains, rivers, and deserts, it built high-speed rails, bridges, and expressways that connect every corner of the country. Efficient transportation lowers logistics costs, grows faster, links farmers to markets, and enables industries to scale. For Bangladesh, similar investment, bridges, ports, railways, will turn isolated regions into economic hubs, attracting investments and multiplying productivity. proving that bold infrastructure is not a burden, it's a backbone of prosperity. Honorable Speaker, imagine a mother in Faridpur rushing her child to Dhaka at night. Before Padma Bridge, it meant a 6-hour struggle on ferries, and every year lives were lost in ferry accidents, families broken by delays. Today, that journey takes about 2 hours. That's not only fewer deaths and faster care, it's decentralization. New industries in the south and a stronger link between regions. Padma Bridge is not just concrete and steel, it's safety, opportunity, and Bangladesh's lifeline to the future. Honorable Speaker, mega project models are engines of growth, not sinks of debt, which I have already stated. Take a look at the bridge. Self-finance, it's a symbol of sovereignty. It links 21 districts to Dhaka, cutting travel time by the bridge. Self-finance, it's a symbol of sovereignty. It links 21 districts to Dhaka, cutting travel time by up to 4 hours, boosting trade to the model itself, moving us away from the motion. Honorable Speaker, on corruption and mismanagement, we agree problems exist, but those are executional, not conceptual. If the government criticizes Spira, Rampal, or BRT, the real problem is not the mega project model. It's poor feasibility studies and weak need assessments. Look at the Dhaka to Chittagong bullet train, term growth and prosperity. Right now, mega projects are a triumph for Bangladesh, turning bold investments into lasting opportunities for millions. Honorable Speaker, can the government practically suggest any alternatives that actually meet Bangladesh's scale of because Bangladesh has a vast population and its needs are enormous. Small projects, piecemeal updates, relying solely on it cannot meet the scale of these needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Leader of the Opposition. May I now request Deputy PM to present his argument. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for handing me the floor. Honourable Speaker, as a Deputy Prime Minister, I reinforce the case that already explained by our Prime Minister. But before getting started, I want to remind my opponents because they are talking about the tram. Actually, if the tram leaves our citizen unemployed, if the tram leaves our citizen indebted and more struggle for fulfill the basic needs, actually is the tram. Actually is a success. Actually, without developing human resource, no development will be successful or no development will be sustainable. On Speaker, our Prime Minister already showed that the mega project model in Bangladesh actually is a trap, and I will reinforce the case and also show that mega project model is not a trap, and because actually it's built on corruptions, it's built on political showmanship, and it's built on the sufferings of the ordinary peoples. On Speaker, let's start with the corruptions. According to the Transparency International's 2023 reports, Bangladesh is one of the corrupted in South Asia, and mega projects have become the perfect playground for the corruptions because of its huge budgets, because of its complex contracts, on Speaker. According to the white paper of on the state of economy, last 15 years, $23 billion have been have laundered from Bangladesh, and the Bangladesh Bank white paper 2024 revealed that billions of dollars have laundered through the overpricing and the mega projects corruptions. On Speaker, why actually that's why our foreign reserves dropped $48 billion to $20 billion within 4 years. On Speaker, we saw the massive overpricing, more than $20 million in Rupur nuclear power plants for its staff housing. And my Prime Minister also shows that the total cost of 7 mega projects has been raised almost 70%, and it rise from 1,40,000 crore to 1,95,000. And who pays actually the cost actually? No minister will pay the cost, no MPs, no contractors will pay the cost. Actually, it's pay the ordinary taxpayer, the rickshaw puller, the farmer, and the small business owners actually pay the cost. Actually, when the cost doubles, the national debt doubles, and the national per capita debt will be doubles, on Speaker. On Speaker, according to the IMF reports, Bangladesh is nearing debt stress territory if the mega projects do not generate revenue. On Speaker, if we see the Kornofuli tunnels, we see it opened on October 2023, and it financed $700 million by Chinese loan, and it was expected that 20,000 vehicles will actually it will handle. But actually, what it does actually it handle just 4,000 vehicles. On Speaker, actually, yearly loss of the Kornofuli challenge is almost 30 lakhs taka, and yearly loss nearly 100 crore taka of Kornofuli tunnel. On Speaker, Dohajari Coxbazar Railway, the project of 9,000 crore taka, annual payments of this loan is 450 crore, and the But yearly revenue is what? Yearly revenue is almost 71 crore, and the yearly loss almost 380 crores of Dohajari and Dohajari to Coxwell railway projects. And what we see in Rupur nuclear power plants, the total cost are 1,13,000 crore taka, 90% financed by Russia, and the yearly payment is 60,000 crore, begun from the March 2026, before the full commercial operations. On speaker, actually budget is nearly debt distress and territory from its from the mega projects. On speaker, now actually comes now the question is actually what's the opportunity, what's the alternative. On speaker, if we see the Bangladesh has actually the 29 mega projects and cost nearly 87 billion. On speaker, according to new wage. On speaker, we have built 3,000 modern hospitals. We can build 3,000 modern hospitals, 50,000 modern schools, or invest in agriculture to boost our food security and lower price and increase our lifestyle. On speaker, we could have the import our 50 million of EOS on 1/3 of our population. On speaker, 16 to 30 skills. We can invest this taka for skill development of our youth people. On speaker, SMEs is very good work in real life. Small and medium enterprise sectors actually the real engine of our economy. Already 60% of our workforce actually works there, and 90% industries actually depends on the SMEs, and growing almost 8 to 10%. On speaker, companies like Chaldal have double revenue of 180 to 130 millions. On speaker, we can invest the SMEs, we can invest the healthcare, we can invest the education. On speaker, they are talking about the GDP growth, but GDP actually not growing. FDI actually still below 1% right now. Unemployment is almost 50 lakhs. The debt ratio almost 5. On speaker, actually on speaker, growth should not be measured by the megawatts or megabits. It should be measured the human developments, the educations, and the local environment. On speaker, actually the we government family believe the motion. The mega project model is a trap and not a trap.
Thank you. May I now request Deputy Leader of Oppositions to come up with his argument.
Honorable Speaker, respected panel, member of the House. The government team has adopted a pessimistic and impatient approach to understanding the real purpose of mega project model, focusing too much on immediate direct returns like repayments, revenue from selling tickets, collecting tolls, and some generic challenges like corruption, not specific to the mega project model itself. Any initiative we take are subject to corruptions, mismanagement, cost overruns, etc. in our country. Rather, let's take an ambitious, visionary approach to show you the real cases and holistic achievement of mega project models. Honorable Speaker, the purpose of mega project model is not to collect enough tolls and earn revenues. They are just the tip of iceberg of benefits that mega project model come up with. The DPM was talking about cost overruns, that we are not earning enough to repay the loans. But let me repeat, mega projects are not taken to actually earn enough tolls. They are meant to solve a mega scale problem that are not manageable with small, isolated, short-term quick fixes. Rather, they need large-scale, integrated and futuristic mega solutions. Honorable Speaker, Metro Rail is the proven example. Just downstairs, Metro line MRT line 6 alone carries 60,000 passengers per hour, decongesting Dhaka city around 30%, which saves 2.4 million work hours per day. The economic benefit is, if you calculate the economic benefit of working hours saved, is equivalent to 3.8 billion, which is 1.5% of the GDP. If they say that MRT is a trap, Metro Rail will laugh at them probably when they return home. Secondly, they must show some practical alternative to reduce the traffic jam of a mega city like Dhaka without a mega project like the Metro Rail. Our Prime Minister were talking about Paira Deep Seaport, Rampal, and claiming that China and Japan are taking too much money from them to their own country.
Honorable Speaker, firstly, these projects are built on BOOT model, build, own, operate, transfer. And our engineers work with the Chinese and or investors, engineers from investors country, and learn operating those projects, complex projects that we don't have the technical expertise. Honorable Speaker. Moreover, they said mega project leaves the country unemployed. Rather, mega projects creating thousands, I say millions of jobs of in our own country. Also, even they take their own money, they didn't take the infrastructure, not the benefit, not the solution we are getting to our mega problems, and the economic boost we are getting in our economy. Honorable Speaker, the mega projects are obvious and unavoidable solution for transformative development, not a trap. Honorable Speaker, entering into an exploitative contract with Adani Group for purchasing power at 3 times higher price than the domestic price of India. This is the real trap, Honorable Speaker, not building something sustainable and meeting our own demands. Solution, mega project model. For example, Rupu nuclear power plant alone can meet 8% of the energy need of our country, and which is actually increasing. This is the real triumph, not a trap, Honorable Speaker. Again, paralyzed transportation, poor infrastructure, energy shortage, blackouts, keeping your economic resources stuck in traffic jam, ferries, and customs for months, the real trap, Honorable Speaker. Solution, again, the mega project. Reducing excessive pressure on Chirong seaport by other deep seaports like Matabari deep seaport, connecting Kornofuli tunnel that connects two economic zone, Anwar economic zone and Mirashara economic zone, directly to the Marine Drive that leads to the Cox's Bazar and to the Dhaka more easily. Honorable Speaker, making multi-purpose bridges like Podda and Rail Link that connected 21 districts of our country that were less or totally unconnected to the mainstream economic activity. Honorable Speaker, mega initiatives like Metro Rail for removing traffic jams by 30% is the real triumph, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, mega projects are part of the Giga Plan that synergistically gives an economic boost to our country. Thank you.
Thank you. May I request our respected audience to refrain from frequent clapping and cheering for their respected teams, because it's not possible to influence us by clapping. Yes, it's good to encourage team, but sometimes it basically impacts the attention, of the adjudicators and audience. So thank you. So now, we're taking 2-3 minutes break for the call to prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, our opposition has painted a picture of mega project as a golden case that shines on the outside but bleeds our economy from the inside. When I see someone walking barefoot under the shiny material wearing a torn shirt, and I cannot help but wonder, is it really development? If the train runs above our heads but poverty still walks below our feet, then what kind of development we are celebrating? Honorable Speaker, according to Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics latest survey, about 18.7% of our people are still live below the poverty line. So, Honorable Speaker, our goal is clear. We want an inclusive and sustainable economy where every citizen can enjoy the growth. Honorable Speaker, our opposition has talking about job creation. Yes, mega projects have created jobs, but for whom? For foreign engineers, consultants, and experts, not for our own human resources. Most of the high-paying skilled positions are taken by the foreigners, while our people are left with the low-end jobs as cleaners, guards, or laborers. So, what's the point of that job creation? And there is another real concern. When the time comes to run and maintain these mega projects by ourselves, we don't even have the skilled manpower to do it ourselves, because we don't even building skills. We are just building the infrastructure. So, Honorable Speaker, these projects are making us dependent on the foreign employers. In fact, they are telling that new factories and businesses are growing around the mega projects, creating jobs. But let's look deeper. Most of them appear during the construction and disappear once when the project is done. And even the factories that remain, they offer low skill and low income work. Meanwhile, the local people face higher land prices, higher rent, and small businesses suffering in the long run. Honorable Speaker, our opposition has talked about economic growth. They are telling that per capita income is rising. But according to an article which was published in Business Standard, the per capita debt because of this mega project loan have already crossed taka 1.5 lakh. And Honorable Speaker, imagine a child born today already carrying thousands of dollars of mega project loan on his shoulder. He grows up in a country with an unequal education system. Some get quality schooling, but millions of rural areas don't even have trained teachers, proper classrooms, and by the time they graduate, jobs are scarce and low paid, forcing many of our brightest minds to leave our country for better opportunities. In a recent interview given by our Mustafizur Rahman sir, distinguished fellow of CPD, it was published in the Daily Star. It states that the interest payment and subsidies have absorbed nearly half of the Bangladesh total budget expenditure in the first 7 months of current year. Now, Honorable Speaker, now imagine, instead of spending billions of dollars on mega project loans, if government have invested that money in strengthening education, making skilled human resources, and creating jobs, our economy could have been far more stronger. Honorable Speaker, our opposition have talking about the emergency travel time during medical emergency. Okay, people now from the villages still travel to Dhaka for basic health care, but story doesn't end here. Government hospitals are overcrowded and private ones are too expensive, leaving ordinary families with almost no access to proper treatment. So instead of pouring billions of dollars in mega projects, if our government had built at least 64 modern and proper hospitals in 64 districts, then each of the modern equipment with trained doctors and intensive care unit, thousands of lives could be saved every year, and they don't have to travel to Dhaka for safe time. Honorable Speaker, we are not paying the financial cost. We are also paying the environmental cost for this so-called mega project, which is making with modern engineering. Take the Rampal power plant, built just 14 kilometers from the Sundarbans, our natural shield against cyclones. This social plant burns millions of tons of coal every year, releasing toxic gases and pollute the air and water. And its pollution and water uses will slowly destroy our mangrove forest. And if the Sundarban is gone, no amount of GDP growth can bring it back. Now look at Rupur nuclear plant, carrying the risk of radioactive waste, thermal pollution, and accident. One single mistake could endanger thousands of lives. Is that a triumph, or is that a ticking time bomb? Honorable Speaker, you can repair an infrastructure, but you cannot repair a broken environment. So, Why should we keep spending our money on more risky mega projects instead of supporting our homegrown SMEs, investing more on basic and CM SMEs that can form our backbone of our economy? So that's why we have, Honourable Speaker, we have proved our stand clearly and logically. That's why we should support our motion. Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Thank you all.
Thank you. Now I would like to request Opposition Whip to come up with his argument.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for giving me the floor. So as there is no POI in the debate format, I'm just pointing out the arguments that the opposite government whip have said. Just pointing out it to the speaker, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, the debate before us ask a simple defining question. Has Bangladesh mega project model trapped our nation or transformed it? Honourable Speaker, from the beginning of the debate, two burdens have guided our discussions. The government side had to prove that model itself, not its management, not isolated inefficiencies, but the concept of mega project is inherently a trap that harms Bangladesh's economy and it cripples it. Honourable Speaker, in contrast, we as the opposition showed that this model is a triumph and a framework that drives transformation, productivity, national integrity and connectivity. Honourable Speaker, I believe we should win this debate because we evidentially made our burden, but the government side could not. They say that we are saying shining examples, but we said evidential GDP growth and others. Honourable Speaker, now examine how we have won the debate. The government side has brought us a handful of examples, but as they painted these symbols as failures, but none of their examples established that the entire model is broken. Honourable Speaker, you see, those cases reflect management issues and administrative issues, not model collapse. Honourable Speaker, we on the other hand demonstrated that through concrete evidence that the mega project model consistently generates economic value, regional equity and investment confidence. Honourable Speaker, I believe we should win this debate because we have shown that true triumph lies in the foundation of growth. We showed the infrastructure, energy, transport, investment and logistical development from Podda Bridge to Metro Rail, from FDI inflows to the BOOT model. Each proves how synergy, not stagnation, defines our progress. These projects aren't symbols of excess, they are engines of expansion and decentralization and self-reliance. Honourable Speaker, let's systematically examine how we refuted the government's core claims. They argued, the PM argues that the mega project trap Bangladesh in trade. My leader of opposition refuted with the fact of debt to GDP ratio being under 40%, even if foreign loans has doubled along with the doubling of the GDP. Honourable Speaker, far below the international danger level. Honourable Speaker, the DPM and the PM talked about the corruption and cost overrun claims. We also agreed those problems exist, but these are administrative problems, Honourable Speaker, not structural. You fix the management flow, Honourable Speaker. You don't abandon the national strategy just that leaves millions from poverty. Honourable Speaker, they have Honourable Speaker, the opposition whip though should not included the problems of mega projects are environmentally damaging. Honourable Speaker, I want to point out that Bangladesh follows environmental impact assessment for all the large projects. The MRT, the Dhaka Elevated Express and the Rupur nuclear projects plans have sustainability framework aligned with A, D, B and JICA standards. Moreover, congestion reduction through metro, rail and expressway lowers emissions significantly. Honourable Speaker, they say Bangladesh can't afford maintenance costs. We say maintenance is not an afterthought, it's built into the financing structure through PPPs and toll-based revenue models. The Podda Bridge alone generates over 800 crore annually in tolls, enough to self-finance its upkeep within 5 years. Honourable Speaker, likewise, metro rail fares and commercial space rented around the stations ensure long-term operational sustainability. Honourable Speaker, they said the public debt will burden our future generations. We say future generations will inherit debt. They will inherit infrastructure that multiplies national productivity and opportunity. Honourable Speaker, they say active farmer program issue and the farm products but we say, Honourable Speaker, but when they say that we should focus on small-scale community projects, we say small projects are necessary but cannot replace structural transformation. You can move farm products. You cannot move the products that you produce through farms without a great transportation system through the village roads that the mega projects solve. Honourable Speaker, mega projects create a network effect connecting small SMEs to big markets. Honourable Speaker, you see, when we ask some question, we raise some issues like if the bridge added over 1% to GDP, will they still call it a trap? If metro rail sells millions of priority areas is that inefficiency. Honorable Speaker, they do not answer this question. Also consider, Honorable Speaker, has the government offered any realistic growth boosting alternatives to drive our economy forward other than these mega projects that we are showing? Honorable Speaker, they have only criticized what has been actually benefiting the economy without presenting what could work better. They failed to dismantle the triumph case that we are showing and show the trap. Honorable Speaker, let me take you to where the government has made the mistake. The government fixes on isolated individual projects, but the model itself, they show the problem of practice. We show the practice can be improved, and the model can throw and the projects can flourish through the improved policies, improved practices. Honorable Speaker, they also want to debate to exit in a short-term time frame. They want return instantly, but we say we reject them their lens, and we say these are not magic, Mr. Honorable Speaker. They cannot yield overnight miracles. Honorable Speaker, our major projects build the foundation for generational growth. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. That's why I submit.
Thank you. This brings us to the end of the constructive session. Now we are moving into the reply speech part of this debate. Now I would like to request the opposition side to come up with their reply speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor again. The government paints mega projects as doom, death and disaster, but their story collapses the moment you check the facts. Government said about Bangabandhu satellite about that it's a mega project model, but it ain't. So the government just proved itself. The government's claims are fundamentally wrong. So I guess their conclusion is questionable. The government says we are not reaping benefits yet, but tell me, is reaching work on time, cutting travel by 4 hours, or saving a patient's life on the way to Dhaka Medical not a benefit? Is that what they call a trap? If this is the trap, then it's trap every Bangladeshi wants to fall into. Government would have made you believe that mega projects are nothing but debt traps, corruption mills, and white elephants. But here's the flip. Those criticisms target bad execution, not the model itself. Yes, there are delays, there are cost overruns, there are corruption scandals, and weak feasibility studies, but that does not mean the mega project model is a trap. It means we need stronger oversight, transparency, and smarter planning. Honorable Speaker, mega projects remain Bangladesh's best shot at scaling infrastructure, connecting districts, powering industries, and unlocking economic corridors. Every dollar spent must earn its keep, yes, but we should reform the system, not abandon the vision. If we way back from large projects, we'll be stuck in piecemeal growth, forever chasing short gains. Honorable Speaker, the government has not suggested any practical alternatives that actually meet Bangladesh's scale of needs. Bangladesh has got a vast population and its developing needs are enormous. Small projects, piecemeal upgrades, or relying solely on aid, they cannot meet the scale of these needs. Only bold strategic mega projects can provide the infrastructure required to connect districts, power industries, and serve millions efficiently. Honorable Speaker, the opposition critiques stem from misinterpretations. The mega project model in Bangladesh is not reckless spending. It's a bold, strategic blueprint for long-term growth. With smart financial management, strengthened governance, and a focus on inclusive development, this model transforms concrete, steel, and power into opportunity, connectivity, and industry, propelling Bangladesh towards its goal of becoming a high mid-income nation by 2041. Honorable Speaker, the government is trying to prove we are ignoring equitable growth. Honorable Speaker, mega projects like the Podda multipurpose bridge are catalysts for regional development. The bridge is expected to boost Bangladesh's GDP by 1.23% and the regional economy by 2% in 21 southwestern districts. Such projects promote balanced growth, ensuring the development reaches every corner of the country. The government claims we undermine efficient governance. In reality, challenges in infrastructure projects arise from governance practices, not the mega project model itself. Honorable Speaker, the government could not prove that Bangladesh is not reaping tangible benefits from the mega project model. Podda Bridge is cutting travel time, saving lives, and boosting trade. Metro Rail is reducing congestion and productivity losses. Rupur nuclear plant is securing energy for industry and households. Challenges like cost overruns or delays are executional, not conceptual. So blaming the model for this is like condemning a car because it needs maintenance. The reality is clear. Mega project serves measurable long-term gains that no short-term critic can erase. Thank you.
Thank you for your reply speech. Now I would like to request PM to come up with his reply speech.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor again. I have heard their debate quite carefully, so I will start from the very beginning. They have asked about alternatives. Honorable Speaker, from the very beginning of my speech, I have mentioned about alternatives, Honorable Speaker. There are sustainable projects like investing more on skill-based training, such as teaching, coding, promoting, and investing entrepreneurship, ensuring quality of education, investing more on less risky projects like SMEs instead of several risky mega projects, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, for instance, once implemented project in Bangladesh was Ekti Bari Ekti Khamar, elevated significant people out of poverty. It reportedly reached over 40,000 village and 3.2 million families, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, now let's come to their arguments. They have told us, the leader of opposition and whip told us that it's, the mega project model is good for economic growth. True. Honorable Speaker, growth for mega project is temporary and debt driven, not productive and sustainable. GDP spikes during construction but falls once the project ends because the economy hasn't gained new export industries or domestic capacity. Real growth comes from productive sectors. For example, manufacturing, we can talk about agriculture, SMEs, not one-time infrastructure expense financed by a foreign loan. Honorable Speaker, they have talked about, the leader of opposition has talked about infrastructure as backbone of the development. Honorable Speaker, we agree infrastructure is essential, but only when it matches capacity with need. We can talk about the Kornofuli tunnel. They have also highlighted the tunnel. Honorable Speaker, the tunnel operate at a operating cost of 30 lakh, but not matching the revenue, Honorable Speaker. So where's the growth, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Speaker, they have also talked about FDI, foreign direct investment. I want to make it very clear. Investors look for policy stability, skilled labor, and ease of business, not just fancy roads, Honorable Speaker. Despite billions in mega projects, Bangladesh's FDI remains below 1%. Below 1% of the lowest in Asia, Honorable Speaker. That proves infrastructure alone doesn't bring investment. Confidence does. And constant loan repayments erode that confidence by creating macroeconomic stability, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, they have talked about job creation. Okay, so jobs are, Honorable Speaker, let me first put that, when Chinese or Japan give loans to us, they give tight conditions. What conditions? We have to use their resources, their materials, their engineers, their workforce, not ours. Yes, we do have jobs. What kind of jobs? Blue collar jobs, not white, Honorable Speaker. So if they created jobs, Buet engineers wouldn't leave the country, Honorable Speaker. They would stay in Bangladesh. They talked about regional trade and connectivity, Honorable Speaker. Trade connectivity only helps when you have competitive goods to trade, right? So our export base remains narrow, mostly garments. So who really benefits, Honorable Speaker? Often it's foreign cargo routes and regional powers, not our domestic economy, Honorable Speaker. They have also talked about it is essential, mega project is essential for Vision 2041. Honorable Speaker, Vision 2041 is not about building bridges. It's about building human capital, innovation, and resilience, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, mega projects may be part of the journey, but when they consume most resources and create debt dependency, they delay, not deliver, Honorable Speaker. A true vision of 2041 is built on brains, not just bricks, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
So thank you. I would like to particularly thank Professor Mustafiz sir for patiently hearing our young minds and taking notes. We are also patiently waiting to hear from you, sir, because this is a complex topic. And I feel like hearing both sides, I'm still hanging in the limbo. It's really difficult to decide, like, you know, hearing all the arguments. So, dear organizers, shall we conclude the session here now, or you would like the judges to briefly evaluate? We'll go for a brief evaluation, right? So I'd request I'd like to thank all the co-adjudicators for their service and guidance. So now I'd like to request our adjudicators to briefly evaluate. Sure. So, to go for a brief evaluation session, And then we will take some time to discuss and decide on the outcome of this debate. So may I request my co-adjudicators to briefly, please keep in mind the time limitations, and thank you.
Okay, so I was told to be brief, so I'll be very brief and very specific. The debate was good, but the side of problem that I've seen from both the teams is that you are speaking of stats, but the problem with stats is that general people or us in general cannot relate to it. For example, when you are saying that metro rail project has generated 100,000 crores, I cannot relate how this actually affects us. Instead of saying that metro rail generates thousands or hundreds of crores, you could say that metro rail generates thousands or hundreds of crores, which actually employs lakhs of people that are currently unemployed right now. Well, how does that help me? That helps me that the amount that you are talking about is actually being used for the beneficiary of the people. So I think the problem that the opposition side has made here is that you are saying the stats, but you are not actually relating to it, that how does this actually affect. Same goes to the government side. The government side is saying that the mega project has increased its value 2 or 3 times or sometimes 7 times. But how can I relate it? How can I as general person relate it? You could say, instead of saying that the budget has been increased from 100 to 300 crores, instead of saying that, you could have said the amount that the budget has increased, we could have built 2 or 3 more mega projects with it. So the loss amount is the trap here. So the problem with your speeches is that you are saying the stats, which are true, but to make it persuasive, to make it more believable, you have to let us relate it. Because understand, this is the first time all of us are hearing your speeches. So in a short amount of time, we cannot at the same time perfectly relate your arguments. So you have to be very precise and you have to let us relate it. That was the problem. Thank you.
So my evaluation on the debate will also be really brief. Before I start the evaluation, I would like to ask a question to the government side and opposition side first. Let me ask the government side first. If you talk about investing the budget that we have for mega projects to any of the local or native programs, did you in any of your speeches relate how this particular event, turn-off event, will help our economy for a win or triumph? You can use the mic as well.
Yes, we did. I also told about things like Ektibari Ekti Khamar project, like how we can actually invest in sustainable projects, and that could actually, generate sustainable incomes.
Thank you. The difference with this speech is that I know investing money from the mega project to a certain native project will help us in the sustainable development. But why is that sustainable development more impressive or more necessary than investing in the mega project like Podda Bridge or Rupur? That is the comparison that the government was missing. Now let's come to opposition, okay? Now, you talked about the efficiency level increasing. Because of these mega projects are happening in our country, a lot of time load was decreasing, traffic was decreasing, a lot of people were helped, right? But did you, in any part of your speech, relate how this time decreasement or how this efficiency in the people will help in the long run for the economy to benefit? You can use the mic if you want to answer like them. That's fine, absolutely.
Okay. I showed how I showed the economic value of work hours saved. Actually, the working hours saved are of those people who are active participant of the economy, significantly contributing to the economy, and also enabling the economic resources, like I said.
Yes.
In customs, the efficiency of customs.
Yes, thank you. So the problem with that is that you talked about building the economic resources, saving the economic resources. How does saving the economic resources from your point of view in your world benefits the economy of Bangladesh more than investing on the native programs based on what they said? Do you get this? The relation of how your world is better in comparison and how the economy is developing, if we follow their example how this is less development, and if we actually invest in the resources from your point of view and it is decreasing the beneficial harm in it, how is economy directly benefited to it? The lengthened explanation was absent. Do you get it? How you relate your argument to the debate is really important. If you do not understand, it's fine. We can definitely talk about it. But that is the overall problem in this house. If we give any statistic or example like a one-liner, for example, this development has helped Bangladesh's economic growth. We understand that, and this is a fact. Rupur, Podda Bridge, Metro Rail, all have actually developed Bangladesh to a certain extent. But how is this development related to the next level Bangladesh's economy's growth? That is the debate. Because the debate suggests that this house believes mega project model itself, the inherent model, is actually a trap and not a triumph. So in order to win the debate, you have to tell me how it's triumph based on economic functional level, resources level, people level, and economy level. That's how clear the debate should have been, rather than a bit vague. Yes, so apart from that, there is another thing that both of the teams have missed, I believe, is about the transition period. Let's assume all of the mega projects work as in, let's say, Podda Bridge, okay? Podda Bridge, we have seen investment there. FDI is also there. So Podda Bridge takes a particular time period to build. Then a particular time period, if I'm not wrong, 1 to 2 years to function. Then another 1 to 2 years to generate the revenue. That means the transition period is 4 years for Podda Bridge only. Just a simple example. So the debate should have been, if in this transition period, Bangladesh's economy compared to big level, let's say, economies like China or India, or let's assume Canada, compared to their economies, does Bangladesh hold that capacity that in those transition period where the mega project is not generating any revenue, can Bangladesh actually scope for that or benefit from that? That was a very big question that both of the teams have missed as well. So yes, apart from that, but the debate was really linear and really nice. So congratulations to both of the team. That was my evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Rather than becoming your hardcore critic, already you have listened other judges' evaluation. I would congratulate both of you, and both the teams have done their best. Yes, both of you are best. That's why you are here, and we should be proud of you because you have come forward from your comfort zone and you are just proving yourself that you can argue, you can go beyond numbers. So let us just celebrate that courage. Today's motion was not that easy. It's always a controversial, the topic. Our honorable chief guest would highlight the pros and cons of this topic. I know he can prove this better. But what I was expecting that some of the debaters, especially the whips and leader of the opposition and deputy prime minister, would have taken the points from the other, the other teams. But that was missing. It was not that much engaging as it would have been. But still, we enjoyed a lot your research, your arguments was really thought-provoking, and we enjoyed a lot. Thank you.
Already my fellow judges told us many of points, so I'm not going to be rehashing. So basically it was a good debate, but it would get better if both of team gave characterization like how Bangladesh look like, how Bangladesh economy look like, what is the mentality of the Bangladeshi people. Are they crave for mega projects, or are they crave for the sustainable development projects like education or the teaching, skill, training. So also you guys were not engaging each other arguments. So the debate was going as a parallel debate. So it was very difficult to understand what you are trying to say, what you are trying to explain. So thank you. Overall, it was a good debate. Best of luck for your next debate or your next life. Thank you.
So thank you. I'm not going to evaluate because you have heard from the adjudicators. So thank you once again for your support and encouragement. Just before I conclude, I'd like to request ICAB councillors are here. So can we make it mandatory for all partnership firms going forward to send at least one teams? Because, because the sole proprietorship firms, they may struggle. It may not be mandatory for them, but let us make it mandatory. And the excellent judges, thanks once again for supporting and helping ICAB. We can engage more with these judge panels and other debaters, and we can have round-the-year training sessions for our debaters. So with this, I'm concluding, and I'm thanking the partners of both firms for sending the teams. I can see some of the partners are here, so thank you, sirs, for your support. And congratulations to both teams for your hard work and your deliberations. So thank you so much.
Welcome back once again. Really exciting debate we have enjoyed. Thank you very much about team to make each and everyone entertain here and to have some insight as well. Thank you. You may please. Now, I'd like to request the audience and guests not to leave the hall because we'll hear from our distinguished guest now. And I'm taking just 1 or 2 minutes to set the dais. Actually, I request all the audiences not to leave the hall, please. To have your seat, please. To have your seat. Please. Convener Israfil Boktiar Bhai. Really excellent debate we have enjoyed. And our distinguished guests are here. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Mustafiz Rahman Sir is here. We are much grateful and delighted to have your presence, sir. And Honorable Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh, Rukunuzzaman Sir FCA is here. Honorable Council members are here. And DRC Chairman and Secretary are here. Thank you everyone for being here and be seated. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Kamrul Islam Sir FCA, Honorable Partner of Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong, to have your deliberation and have your remarks on the program and grand final and share your experience with us, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Chief Guest, my teacher, Professor Mustafiz Rahman, Chairman DRC, respected Rukunuzzaman, Zia, and other council members, my newly joined partner, Masroor is here. And we are missing Munir. Munir has also joined. And the students, debaters, invited guests, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to be here to witness this wonderful debate. I must say, this is a real debate, parliamentary debate. Our children, they have done marvelously. We are missing our president today. I thought that he should be in this, but we are missing. At the same time, I congratulate both the team. They've done very good. This is the first time we join this debate. Second ICB Interform debate. First time our debate team was formed 3 years back, but last year we didn't join. So if we joined last year, then it was another experience for us, but we failed to join. This time we hope we will join every time. We have already established one academy for training of different professional subjects, as well as debating club. Debating club is here. We have other clubs also: football club, cricket club, debate club, yoga club, blood donor club, and one more table tennis club is not, but we practicing we are practicing now, and we hope we will establish one table tennis team also in future if DRC arrange this type of indoor games. We hope we will join. আমি একটু অন্যভাবে বলি, এইটা কিন্তু আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটকে প্রজেকশনের জন্য আমার মনে হয় মানে পুরো ইনস্টিটিউট মিলে একটা ডিবেট ক্লাব হওয়া দরকার, যেটা ন্যাশনাল লেভেলে পার্টিসিপেট করবে, ইন্টার ইউনিভার্সিটি কিংবা ইন্টার ইনস্টিটিউশন বিটিভিতে ডিবেট অ্যারেঞ্জ করে, এবং এটিএনে পার্লামেন্টারি ডিবেট, এটিএন বাংলা সেটা বোধ হয় ওরা, অথবা এটিএন নিউজে আমি দেখেছি ওরা এই ডিবেটের পার্লামেন্টারি ডিবেটটা ওরা করে। তো আমার মনে হয় আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউট কেন না, এবং ইনস্টিটিউট যদি এই ধরনের একটা টিম বিভিন্ন জায়গায় পাঠাতে পারে, ইনস্টিটিউটের জন্যই কিন্তু এটা ব্র্যান্ডিং ইস্যুতে একটা দারুণ কাজে দিবে। আমাদের চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট অ্যাজ এ প্রফেশন কয়টা মানুষ জানে? 18 কিংবা 19 কোটি লোকের মধ্যে আমার তো মনে হয় 2% লোক চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট শব্দটাই শুনে নাই বোধ হয়। আমরা যদি একটা টিম, ডিবেট টিম যদি ন্যাশনাল লেভেলে যদি আমরা পাঠাতে পারি, আমার তো মনে হয় অনেক লোক একটা যাবে। শুধু কেন আমরা ডিবেটে থাকবো, আমরা কেন একটা ক্রিকেট টিম গড়ে তুলতে পারি না? চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট টিমটার নামই হবে চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট একাদশ কিংবা যেটাই বলেন। একটা ফুটবল টিম হতে পারে, কারণ স্পোর্টস দিয়ে যত আগে আপনি ব্র্যান্ডিং করতে পারবেন, অন্য কিছু দিয়ে করা যায় না। আমরা যদি এই ন্যাশনাল টিমগুলোর সাথে বিসিবি বোধহয় ক্রিকেটে প্রিমিয়ার লিগ টিক করে, ওখানে তো আমরা যেতে পারি। চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট ক্রিকেট টিম, আজকে প্রেসিডেন্ট থাকলেও আমার মনে হয়, অবশ্য বেশ কয়েকজন ইনফ্লুয়েন্সিয়াল কাউন্সিলর আছে, ইনক্লুডিং ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট আছে, ওনারা যদি আমার কথাটার একটু কগনিজেন্সে আনেন, আমার মনে হয় ওনারা বোর্ডে এটা কাউন্সিলে তুলতে পারেন। তাহলে কি হবে, আমাদের টোটাল ইমেজ অফ দ্য চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট এটা কিন্তু বাড়বে। আমরা তাহলে প্রশ্ন আসবে, এগুলো কিভাবে চলবে? এগুলোর অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনটা আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউটের ম্যান্ডেটের মধ্যে এটা পড়ে কি না, এই প্রশ্ন আসতে পারে। আমার মনে হয় ইনস্টিটিউটের ম্যান্ডেটের মধ্যে রোকন বলতে পারবে এটা পড়বে কি না। যদি না পড়ে, আমরা এটাকে আলাদা ট্রাস্ট করে নিতে পারি, এবং আমাদের 2000-এর উপরে চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট আছে, 10,000-এর উপরে স্টুডেন্ট আছে, এক্স স্টুডেন্ট অ্যান্ড কারেন্ট স্টুডেন্ট মিলে, নাকি আমি কি ভুল বললাম? কিংবা আরও বেশি হবে ফিগারটা, অ্যারাউন্ড 40,000। তো একটা বিরাট কমিউনিটি আমাদের। তো এটা থেকে যদি আমরা একটা ক্রিকেট টিম যদি করি, এবং এটারে যদি আমরা একটা ট্রাস্ট করে দেই, প্রত্যেকে একটু একটু করে টাকা দিলে 40,000 লোক যদি 1,000 টাকা করে কন্ট্রিবিউট করে 40 কোটি টাকার ফান্ড হয়ে যেতে পারে, যেটা দিয়ে আমরা একটা দিনের পর দিন একটা ফুটবল টিম আমরা পালতে পারি। আমরা দরকার হলে আমাদের প্রফেশনে প্রফেশনাল ফুটবলারকে আমরা হায়ার করলাম, ক্রিকেট টিমেও ঠিক সেইভাবে আমরা ক্রিকেট টিমটাকে যদি অর্গানাইজ করি, সেটাও একটা ট্রাস্টের আন্ডারে যদি চলে যায়। এগুলো আমার চিন্তার কথা বলছি, বাস্তব সম্মত কিনা কাউন্সিলের লোকজন চিন্তা করবে। ডিআরসি ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিতে পারে, কাউন্সিল ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিতে পারে, নিয়ে এক একটা ট্রাস্ট যদি হয়, এই ডিবেটটাকে ইনস্টিটিউশনালাইজ যদি করতে হয়, সেখানেও একটা ট্রাস্ট হলো। হ্যাঁ, সেই ট্রাস্টের মাধ্যমে এটাকে আমরা প্রমোট করলাম। যদি স্টুডেন্টদেরকে এই আমাদের যিনি আজকে ওই যে সেশনের জাজ সেশনের যিনি চেয়ার করলেন, উনি কিন্তু এই কথাটা বলেছেন, আমরা কিন্তু যদি অর্গানাইজ করে ন্যাশনাল লেভেলে যদি আমরা যেতে পারি, আমাদের ডিবেট টিমটাকে যদি আমরা পাঠাতে পারি, তাহলে কিন্তু এটা টোটাল আমাদের প্রফেশন চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টদের জন্য একটা ব্র্যান্ডিংয়ের দারুণ একটা ব্র্যান্ডিংয়ের কাজ করবে। তো আমার মনে হয় আরও অনেকে অনেক কথা বলবেন, আমি বোধহয় বেশি কথা বলা ঠিক হবে না। আমি আজকে যারা আপনারা আসছেন, আমার প্রিয় ছাত্ররা যারা আসছো তোমরা, আকনাবিন আমাদের আইএকে থেকে এবং অন্যান্য ফার্ম থেকেও আসছে, আমার মনে হয় এই যে এই টিমগুলো ছিল, কয়টা টিম ছিল, 14টা না 16টা, 24টা টিম, 24টা টিমের 3 জন করে ডিবেটার, তো 4 জন করে টিমে যদি 4 জন করে থাকে, 4 24 96 100 জন, ওই 100 জন কিন্তু আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। এইটা ডিআরসিকে আমি অনুরোধ করব নেক্সট টাইম অন্তত ফার্মের অন্য কেউ না আসুক, যে ডিবেটার যারা ডিবেট করেছে, কম্পিটিশন করেছে, ওদেরকে কেন আজকে আমরা আনতে পারিনি, কিংবা আমরা হয়তো দাওয়াত দিতে পারিনি কিংবা কিছু। এটা যেন আমাদের থার্ড রাউন্ড যখন হবে ডিআরসি আইসিবি থার্ড ইন্টার ফার্ম। আরেকটা কথা আমি অলরেডি শাহেদকে চেয়ারম্যানকে বলেছি, এই সিজন 2 শব্দটা উইদিন ব্র্যাকেটে এটা ভাল লাগে না। ডিআরসি আইসিবি আগামী যেটা হবে এটা থার্ড ইন্টার ফার্ম ডিবেট, ফোর্থ ইন্টার ফার্ম ডিবেট, ফিফথ ইন্টার ফার্ম ডিবেট, প্রত্যেক বছর ওই শুধু একটা নামটা চলে আসবে সিজন 2। এটা দেখতে আমার মনে হয় ভালো শোনায় না। এটা অবশ্য ডিআরসির ইস্যু, তবু আমি আমার মতামতটা আমি দিলাম। তো সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। স্যার আজকের চিফ গেস্ট, উনি আমার টিচার, ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আমি স্যারকে পেয়েছি। স্যারের মানে ওনার সম্পর্কে বলার মতো, আপনারা সবাই জানেন, এক নামে স্যারকে চিনে, বাংলাদেশের মানে মোস্ট ইকোনমিস্টদের প্রথম সারির ইকোনমিস্টের একজন স্যার। এবং স্যারের লেখা আমি খুবই, যখন যেটা বেরোয় আমি পড়ি, এবং স্যারের কথা শুনতেই আমার ভালো লাগে। সবাইকে আবারও ধন্যবাদ। ডিআরসিকে আমি বিশেষভাবে সাধুবাদ জানাচ্ছি এটা আয়োজনের জন্য। থ্যাংক ইউ এভরিওয়ান।
Thank you, Kamrul Islam sir. Now requesting honorable council members, Amran Bhai, to say your remarks on brief and the first audience, please.
Respected Chief Guest of DRC-ICAB Inter-Farm Debate Championship 2025, my direct teacher, respected Vice President ICAB, councillor members, honorable partner of Islam Aftab Kamrul and Company, Kamrul Islam sir, DRC Chairman, Secretary, Treasurer and other leaders, DRC ex-leaders, member of the institutions, and the audience, Assalamu alaikum, very good evening. I don't want to say anything about the motion, about the topic today. The debate has taken place. Definitely we will be hearing from our respected teacher Mustafiz sir about that. But I want to say something about the event. I salute to our DRC leaders for bringing this program in our community, because when I was in DRC team, our strategy was to bring out our students, our members from the balance sheet and income statement outside. So as a constructive initiative, I would say, debate championship, this will help our CA community to introduce themselves in different way. Today's competition, I would recall one request from my principal, late ABM Azizuddin sir. It was actually a dream of him, and he requested us several times to introduce this debate competition. Now this debate competition is taking place in ICAB, and day by day the area and it's expanding. And my request to all farm and the connected people to
make this initiative and to help this initiative in future so that we can participate in national level. I don't know which team will win today, but one thing I can guarantee you, today CA community will win, DRC will win, ICAB will win. Finally, thanking to my respected sir, Mustafiz sir, এটা না বললেই নয়, ছোট একটা কথা বলে আমি শেষ করে দিব। যখন আমরা স্টুডেন্ট থাকি, ইটস এ জেনারেল টেন্ডেন্সি টু অ্যাভয়েড ক্লাসেস। কোনো উসিলা খুঁজলেই আমরা ক্লাস যাতে না করতে পারি, বাট মুস্তাফিজ স্যার ইজ এক্সাম্পল। শত কাজ রেখে হলো আমরা ক্যাম্পাসে, ইভেন অন্য সেকশনের ছাত্ররাও এসে ক্লাসে জায়গা হতো না, স্যারের ক্লাসে আমরা পার্টিসিপেট করতাম। সে স্যারকে আমরা আজকে পেয়েছি। স্যার আপনাকে অশেষ ধন্যবাদ আমাদেরকে সময় দেওয়ার জন্য। ডেফিনেটলি ইউ উইল সে সামথিং বেসড অন হুইচ ডিআরসি, ICAB, CA community will proceed further inshallah. Thank you everyone.
Due to shortness of time, thank you very much Amran Bhai for your kind remarks, and requesting the other council member voluntarily, anyone please. Due to time short, basically here honorable chief guest is here. Would like to hear from our respected chief guest, obviously, and you are eager to hear from sir, and requesting Jiaur Rahman, Jia Bhai FCA, please, honorable council member.
Assalamu alaikum. Respected chief guest sir, Professor Mustafiz Rahman sir, thank you sir for being with us from first to last. I want to congratulate all the teams joining the program, and especially to the two teams joining today. I was not a debater anytime earlier, so I will not comment on any technical issue on that. However, I would like to request the teams joining today to jot down their topic in a single script, part by part, and this script can be evaluated by the adjudicator or by the judges, so that we can publish it in our journal accountant. I think it will be a good topic for publications, and request all the participants today, I mean joining today, we have seen many potentials on you, through you, so you can write down on any topics related to the profession as well as any national topic. You can write down and it can be published through journal. Finally, I would like to congratulate the DRC team to continue the event from last year, and I think it will continue in future times also. And thank you the guest on the dais today. I will take no further time, and finally advance congratulations to the winners today. Assalamu alaikum.
Honorable Riyad Bhai, Redwan Bhai, after your short deliberation, would like to shift to our honorable Vice President of our Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh. Please, Riyad Bhai, honorable council member, please.
Thank you, Rashid. I'm really happy to be here and share the dais with these dignitaries. Very good evening, everyone. Actually, you have enjoyed the motion, and I would not touch upon on that, and skipping the addressing part for the sake of time. I would not comment on the motion, but I would highlight 2 points. So in 2023, the first session of this debate competition started when 22 firm participated with 88 participants. This time it's a good progress that we have 24 teams and 96 participants, but that could be more. So I would request Mr. Chairman to take into account the suggestion that the session chair, Mr. Ashik Bhai, has suggested that we should make it sort of mandatory for the partnership firms, so that it can be a part of the curriculum and development of the students. This is number one. And number two is you see the best people are sent from the farms, and after a rigorous process, this final team came up. So I would also draw the attention of Mr. Chairman DRC, whether we can create a platform for these finalists for a direct access to the SAFA International Contest, or at least in the selection process, final round of the selection process, because these are the best people and best resources for us, and if we can send them to the international contest, they can definitely bring some result for us. So with these 2 points, I would not, linger my, speech, because this is a speaker session, and speech, we all had bunch of good deliberation from the good speakers, and waiting for sir's speech. So thank you everyone, and thank you DRC for inviting us. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Riyad Bhai. After listening from Redwan Bhai, we will shift to our Honorable Vice President, sir. Please, Redwan Bhai, Honorable Council Member.
Thank you. Very good evening and Assalamu alaikum. I have my own teacher, Mustafi sir, also our members. So we have already enjoyed the program, I think, a lot. And I really appreciate this kind of arrangement by IC, because this shows the best of us, because we're not only accountants, we can actually speak up and we can present different economic issues and of national interest. I personally was a debater. I was in Dhaka University. I was in Surya Sen Hall. I remember we used to go to the BTV and do debate with different universities and colleges. So seeing this debate, I was remembering those times. Really feeling good, and I think this is a very exciting thing. One thing I can just share with you, maybe we can think not only for the students, I think also we can have some session for the members, because members are very mature and of different national issues, maybe 2 or 3 members throughout the year, not any program, maybe we can arrange it in a different form. Let's think about it, maybe we can have a good idea and implement it. So once again, I thank you everyone for coming here, because this shows a very special trait of this institute, and inshallah we'll take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Redwan Bhai, for your kind remarks. Now I'd like to request our Honorable Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh, our beloved and respected Rokunujaman Sir, FCA. Please, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. At the very outset, I would congratulate DRC team. They are the champion. It was a mammoth job for sure. I mean, as of today, as I've heard that there were 24 teams. It was a long journey. Managing to this, I mean, whole session until this moment that we are standing, I mean, few moments ago that final result is coming up. It was a huge job. And so far as I have gained information from different sources, including my presence in the last session, it was semi-final. I think it has been fantastic all the way. And the second congratulation goes to both teams. Both finalists have been, to my assessment, champions. Because at least for the time being, both are champions. The few moments later, there will be final result. I mean, the topic was mega project is a trap. I mean, keeping Mustafizur Rahman sir on the dais, I mean, speaking on it or going beyond it is something which is daring. But he is a master of masters as far as macroeconomics is concerned. He has got lot of write-ups, arguments here and there. I mean, which talks about if it is really trap or if it is not. So I think when sir will come on the dais and he will be speaking on his own motion. But the point is, I would like to touch upon, I mean, on the motion and against the motion for just few seconds. mega projects are trapped if it is not well managed. I mean, it talks about the efficiency of the managers. If the mega projects are not rightly built, it becomes burden. If mega projects are well built and economically built, it becomes blessing. I mean, that government part was speaking in, I mean, on the motion, I mean, talking about that mega projects were trapped. But the point lies, I think it has been a much talked about terminology that mega projects are trapped just because of mismanagement. It has been all the way, almost each and every project we ended up with kind of mess in terms of spending more. So that has become something, a very point of debates, I mean, at the mass level, that our projects are all wrong. But to my humble understanding, no, not mega projects are not trapped. But then again, I mean, the argument that oppositions were making with kind of counter logics, I think they at one point in time ended up saying, yeah, I mean, it was about management. Otherwise, let's say, I mean, judges pointed out certain other pros and cons. I think every point of discussion, every point of debate, there will be some, I mean, logics, there will be some counter logics. I mean, both parties will, I mean, played very well. I think result will be coming shortly. As a leader of the, I mean, judges panel, I mean, he was known to be speaker, Ashik Iqbal. He pointed out one very, I mean, logical, I mean, point to think about, that each of the partnership firm across the CA communities could at least build one debating team in the firm. So that would really help us expanding that entire debate session to much longer, from 24 to even 48. So let's think of that. I think my council fellows are sitting beside me. At one point in time, we may discuss it in our council, and if possible, that might need kind of financial and other resource supports for DRC that we can think of. The reason I'm telling you, accountants are by nature a bit introvert. Into their workplaces, I mean, they do lot of activities around numbers. They hardly go beyond numbers. Even in the farms that we grow, just given the nature of the farm's culture, the young fellows hardly get chance to debate with their principals and cross students and superiors and even juniors. But when I was coming across debates from both sides today, I found that youngsters have been building really a great trajectory for the accountants. I loved it. I think I would conclude saying, the young accountants who are sitting in front of me, you should no longer be only number players. You should go much beyond numbers. And that will be possible if you can talk about your knowledge, if you can open up your mind in front of your customers and suppliers, then only you will be winning even with better marks. Congratulations once again, I mean, for the finalists, and commiserations to the, I mean, rest 22 other competing firms. I think in future we will be building this high with 48 from 2024. Let's wait for the final result, and before that we will be listening to our, I mean, great professor Mustafizur Rahman sir. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President sir, for your inspiring and insightful words. Thank you very much. And now time is over. I would like to listen from our Honorable Chief Guest, our distinguished Professor Mustafizur Rahman sir. What remarks I will say, this will not be right fit for our honorable and beloved Professor Mustafiz Rahman, sir. Sir, please have your deliberation in front of your students and disciples. We are really eager to listen from you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you for this generous introduction. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Let me first of all register my deep appreciation to the ICAB leaders, DRC leaders, the students, those who have expressed their interest in having me this evening. I'm really grateful to be present here. Let me also mention that I was very happy to see many of my students who are here and also here. And as a teacher, it is always satisfying and gratifying to find students in good places, not only as good professionals, but also as good human beings. And I think that is also very important in life. When I was teaching in Dhaka University, I always had a frustration. The frustration being that the class size was so large, about 95 students, and there was only 90 minutes to deliver the lecture. I didn't have an opportunity really, although I tried, to have an exchange with my students. But I always thought that thinking on your feet, being able to give extempore response, being able to speak publicly, making your arguments heard is so important in life. I have heard several times this evening, it was being said that accountants are by nature a bit shy or introvert. But after listening to today's final debate, I don't think that they are introvert. I think that it was an excellent debate, and I think both sides made their points. And the judges also, I was very impressed by the remarks that they made. And I would like to encourage Mr. Rokonuzaman, the leadership of ICAB, and my student DRC chairman Mahbub, to continue this tradition. And I think that if more students are engaged in the debate, it will be of great help not only to them as professionals, but also to our country. I was looking at, sitting on 8th floor, I was looking at the names of the presidents. And they were public intellectuals, starting from Mr. Saifur Rahman and others. And I think that, you are future leaders of the country also, not only of the professional community. So this type of debate and engagement and some of the other ideas that Kamrul and others on the audience, they have, Mr. Rokonuzaman also mentioned. I think that these activities are so important, and I will really encourage the leadership to expand the activities, and also the debate competition. I hope that it will continue also in future, and more teams will be coming. Today, I would also like to register the two the farms who encourage their young students to come up here and share their thoughtful and insightful opinions on the subject. The subject was very important, and it was mentioned by one of the debaters from the government side, that the white paper mentioned about mega project, and he was quoting from the white paper. Let me also share that, and it's no secret, that I was a member of the white paper committee, and out of the 21 chapters, I authored 2 chapters. One was on illicit financial outflow. That $15 billion figure came from my research. And the second was mega project. And my title was Mega Projects, Mega Concerns. So I was able to really dive deep into the issues of mega projects, as it were, during the last regime. And I had an opportunity to really, learn about the positives and negatives of the mega projects. But today's motion was mega project model. You see, as economists, we know that resources are limited, and there are so many options to use those resources. How do you use the resource in an optimal way? That is the question. I think no one will debate that mega projects are needed. No one will debate that other areas of development like health, insurance, social safety net, these are not needed. No one will tell that. Both mega projects and those social sector services, health, education, skills development, both of these are needed. But the problem and the question is, at the stage that we are in Bangladesh, whether we should follow a particular model. Should it be mega project model or should it not be mega project model? I think that is the question before the House. Because you see, Bangladesh, we have crossed about 4 decades when these mega projects started to be implemented. So the policymakers thought that time has come to pursue this mega project model and invest heavily in mega projects. That was what the last government did. The question is whether that was the appropriate time, or we should have waited, built up our skills, our productivity, our social sectors, our education, put more investment in education, and then at some stage pursue the mega project model. Because you will have to build infrastructures, you will have to build some mega projects, but mega project model means that you will spend a large amount of your resources, scarce resources, limited resources, which have alternative uses, into building mega projects. So that is where the model comes. You see, for example, take China. China, it became an independent country in the 1940s. But at a stage, after about 5 decades, it thought that it will go into the mega projects. Okay? India, for example, it thought that it will first build up its soft capacities, software and education, fantastic institutions of excellence, and then it is now going into mega project model. So it is a case of sequencing, phasing, pacing. So that's where the problem comes. Okay, but Bangladesh decided to pursue in the 2010s, when the Awami League government came to power in 2008 elections, that they will pursue mega projects. If you ask me, I think that Bangladesh was ready for pursuing a mega project model at that time, because we really needed transport connectivity, we needed investment connectivity, we needed trade connectivity, and in order to do that, we needed mega project model. Yes, but you will have to also ensure that that model is pursued in a way with good governance, in a way that it ensures good internal returns. You, as students of accounting, you know, internal rate of returns, economic rate of returns, financial rate of returns, what is the net present value. So all these will have to be taken into account when you are pursuing the mega project model. The problem with the last regime was that, and it was also mentioned by the government side, that the model that was being pursued was not pursued with good governance, and it became a trap. Okay, so the issue is that whether that model really could give us the returns that we deserve as a nation, as an economy in going forward. I was mentioning that I got into all the documents as part of the white paper committee. I wanted to have these documents about 10, 15 years back also. I was doing a research on mega infrastructure, but I was not given. Even I went to the RTI, right to information. But then it was mentioned that it can be, disseminated because it is of state secret nature. Okay. But when I became a member of the White Paper Committee, I got all the documents. I saw how the Podda Bridge project was mentioned. Do you know when the first estimates were done in 2010, it was 10,000 crore taka. And it became 32,000 crore taka later on. And I saw how the prices were inflated, how it was overcapitalized, how various people got their various pet projects into the mega project budget, and how the budget was inflated. I saw one component which, when the first estimates were done at 10,000 crore taka, the budget for that component was 60 crore taka. When it went up to 32,000 crore taka, that 60 crore taka component became 2,600 crore taka. So that was how these were inflated. Now, if that type of model is pursued, obviously, as the opposition very rightly mentioned, if you give that amount, where is the money for education? Where is the money for health? Where is the money for social safety net programs? In Bangladesh, our education budget is 2%. Our health budget is less than 1%, 0.8%. Social safety net program, where the government pensions also are included, let us exclude those components, it will be about 2% only. So together, these three, which are so important for human resource development, only 5% of the GDP. Okay. Now, if we have 5% of the GDP for this and we want to increase it, we will have to reduce somewhere. Because sometimes I hear that we should invest in this, we should invest in that also. But total cannot be more than 100%. If we want to take this 5% to 10% for education, health, and social safety net, we will have to reduce it from somewhere. That's where the priority comes. And that's where, implementing the mega projects with good governance comes. That is where the problem in Bangladesh really originated. So I think that the debaters have debated, and if you are on the government side, you will have to support the trap. If you are on the opposite side, you will have to support the tramp. But the objective view, I think, is that mega project is needed, but we will have to do it in a way that it is finished on time. We don't have over-capitalization, because it was very rightly mentioned, that many of these, Bangladesh is going for LDC graduation on 24th of November 2026. We will no more get preferential market access in most of the countries. In European Union, if I export this shirt, there is a 12% duty. But since I am an LDC, I don't have to pay the duty. But beyond November 2026, we will have to pay the duty. So how do you maintain your competitiveness in that context? You have to reduce your cost. If you have to reduce your cost, then you will have to implement the mega projects in a cost-effective manner. Because as an exporter, when you are using, for example, Padma Bridge for transporting your goods, if the project is 32,000 crore, you will have to keep the toll also very high. Your cost will go up and you will become uncompetitive. So it's really entwined, embedded in one another. Mega projects, your skills, your productivity. So both of these will be needed if you want to go forward. So that's very important. The other point which was also pointed out during the debate is that we are now a middle-income country, mind it. The share of concessional loans are decreasing. Previously, we used to get World Bank loans at 0.7% interest rate. grace period of 15, 20 years, maturity repayment period of 30, 40 years, no more. All these mega projects are being implemented now, or last 10 years, since 2015, when we became from low-income country to lower middle-income country. The middle-income graduation took place in 2015. All the loans are now mostly non-concessional, from 0.7% interest rate to 3, 4, 5, 6% interest rate. And that's why it was very rightly mentioned that it could become a trap, debt servicing trap. Look at debt servicing, 5, 6 years back, $2 billion. As we speak this year, it will be more than $4.5 billion. So obviously, if we can't really implement with good governance, it will be a problem. The other big problem, as I see as a student of economics, is the very low domestic resource mobilization in Bangladesh. And that's why this debt trap comes. Our tax GDP ratio is less than 7%. Our revenue GDP ratio is less than 8%. Lowest in the developing world. Lowest, mind it. And 2/3 of it is indirect tax, which falls on the common people more. And only 1/3 is direct tax. So if you look at our budget income is equal to budget expenditure. No surplus in the revenue budget. The whole annual development program, of which all these mega projects are parts, all these are borrowed money, mind it. The whole ADP is either serviced by either from domestic borrowings or from foreign borrowings. All these mega projects are borrowed money. So obviously, I think implementing the projects with good governance and then saving the money for also to invest in health education, as the opposition has very rightly, they have mentioned. So I think that going forward, Bangladesh will have to really run on two legs. And this is a world where even if you have to, be in the same place, you have to walk. And we can't afford to walk, we have to run. And in that context, obviously, I think that the debaters on both the sides have made a number of fantastic points. I would like to congratulate. Right now, I think after a few minutes, they will be knowing who is the winner, who is the loser, but I think it was very rightly mentioned that all of you are winners. All of you are winners. Because it's not just the result of what our judges will be giving you, but it is that you have invested in yourself. I always used to tell my students, and they know, I always used to tell them that invest in yourself. This is the moment, If I invest in myself, the returns will be very low. I don't have much time. But if you invest in yourself, the returns will be very high. And what does it mean, investing in yourself? Today, by participating in this debate, and by coming through this process of competing with your peers and friends, you have invested in yourself. Keep on investing. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Guest Sir, for your informative and constructive as well as insightful deliberation. We are really, really much delighted to have your deliberation. Really, we have much more learning from your insightful message. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Vice President of ICAB to hand over the honorary crest to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Mustafizur Rahman, sir. Sir, please wait a little bit. ইসরাফিল ভাই Thank you very much. Have a seat, please, sir. Now, I would like to show our deep gratitude to honorable judges who have shown their tremendous dedication till now to make the event a successful one and transparent as well. I must be grateful to all of them. And this year, we have included our member judges. And in this regard, a few chartered accountants have supported us a lot. Out of them, Mr. MD Nasiruddin FCA, Nasir Bhai, MD Jaid Ahmed Shaon, hopefully you are here. I would like to request all of you to come onto the dais, please. Nasir Bhai FCA, Jaid Ahmed FCA, Nazmun Nahar Nirzar FCA, Fazlullah Arif FCA, Mushir Rahman FCA, Farooq Hossain FCA, Sabrina Mehzabi Napa FCA, and finally SK Ashik Iqbal FCA. Farah Mehzabin, Thank you, sir. I would like to congratulate the participating firm for your dedication and nomination the team to this stage. And 17 firms have participated in the session. I would like to request the firm representative to be here and receive your crest. Aziz Halim Khair Chaudhary, Chartered Accountants, Hudabasi Chaudhary and Company Chartered Accountants. I would like to request the representative from the firm. Hossein Mamluk and Kong, Chartered Accountants, Hauladar Yunus and Kong, KM Alom and Kong, Maps and J Partners, SF Ahmed and Kong, Tasin Bhai is here. SF Ahmed and Kong. Maqsud Bhai will receiving the crest of Hauladar Yunus and Kong. Hauladar Yunus and Kong, Hossein Farhad and Kong, Saiful Shamsul Alam, Shoidul Islam and Kong, Shiraz Khan Boshak, Shubhankar and Kong, Snehashish Mahmud and Kong, Mahmud Shabud and Kong, and Rahman Haq and Kong, Rahman Haq. Any representative or participating firm is here? Okay, really sorry to say that no representative of the participating firm is here. Sir, have a seat, please. Here our respected President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh have regretted high for his absence today and shown the respect to the audience and the chief guest as well, and I've requested to let us convey his message to you, sir. Well, I would like to request the best debater from the inception till now. I would like to mention their name. Fatima Khanum. If there is anyone, please come on to the dais. I would like to request to receive your certificate from the guest, from the guest. The best debater till now from the inception, from the first round to fifth round. Actually, this is the fifth round final event. Except today's event, up to semi-final, the best debater was Fatima Khanum, Maps and J partner, Rahman Haq, Muhammad Abdur Rahman Jaber, Debashish Pal from Hossain Farhad and Kong, Imran Chaudhary from M. Shoidul Islam and Kong, Kamrul Hassan Chaudhary, Rahman Haq and Kong, Rahman Haq, Khondokar Tahsin Nawar Momo Shubhankar and Kong, Maliha Anjum Mauri Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong. Please come to the dais. Imam Salman, Imam Salman Bahadur from Mahmud Shabud and Kong, Jaidul Islam from Saiful Shamsul Alam, Fakhruddin Al Raji from Rahman Haq, Mamunur Rashid from Eknobin, Muhaiminul Hassan from KM Alam, Rakibul Islam from Hossain Farhad, Saddam Hossain from Shoidul Islam and Kong, Mukhlisur Rahman from Snehashish Mahmud and Kong, Muhammad Arman Hussain from Mahmud Shabud and Kong, Maisha Jaman from M. Shoidul Islam and Kong, Noore Alam, Nuhash from Rahman Haq, Timwan, Rakib Hossain from Rahman Haq, Rehnuma Kamal from Mahmud Shabud, and S.M. Mahmud Hassan from Islam Aftab, Kamrul and Kong. Sadman Saqib from Mahmud Shabud and Kong, Sharmin Akhtar from Shubhankar and Kong, Shishendu Paul from Shiraz Khan Boshak and Kong, Tamina Akhtar Biba from Aziz Halim Khair Chaudhary and Kong, Tasmia bint Habib from Ekrobin. One thing I must say, except the finalist farm, no farm or any representative or any participant are not here. Most probably, they have all considered the winning is the last destination. This is really unfortunate. This has been reflected in the speech of Honorable Vice President, Honorable Chief Guest and other guests as well. Winning is not the ultimate victory. The learning you are achieving or acquiring from here, this is lifelong. Have a seat, please, sir. Migration, hopefully, is badly needed from this position, I think. Any participant are here except today's finalist? Can you please stand? Anyone is here because you have certificate? Please come on. Please come to the dais. We must be grateful to you, the only representative from the 15 farm. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. Time is being over. And this is not the right time to listen any speech from anyone, including me. And this is time to hear the result, I think. Before declaring the result, I would like to mention the name of best debater, and the result will be announced by our Honorable Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Bangladesh. And I'm just mentioning the best debater because night is still young enough to declare the result. Well, today's session, the best debater, who can be the best debater, who have confidence? Out of two teams? Anyone? Well, thank you very much for your response. I'm just wanting to hear the best debater name. Okay, not taking much time because guests and audiences are here and have shown your really patience till now. And best debater have been Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition. Leader of Opposition and the Prime Minister. And these really show us, please come onto the dais. Please come onto the dais. This really show how competitive the debate was, because the Prime Minister of the government and Leader of Opposition have been the best debater of today's session. Congratulations, the Prime Minister and this debater, Leader of Opposition. Honestly, we didn't think about the multiple person. In fact, so we are in short, we'll obviously recover another crest. Okay. আসছে external judge. Thank you. Please have a seat, please. Now I'd like to request our external judges, Farham Hizabin, Miraj Bishas, Muhammad Ubaidullah, to come to the dais, please. Farham Hizabin, are you here? Judges. Sir. Fatima Zohra, Tahmid Hussain, Onabil Chakma, Akib Hussain, Afia bint Shuchi, please. Okay. No problem. Some are missing. We'll definitely hand over their case later on. Farha from Jahangirnagar Debating Society is with us from inception. Miraj and Anabil as well with us from inception. Anabil from Rashai Debating Society. Miraj from DUDS Dhaka University Debating Jahangirnagar Debating Society. Please have your question. Fatima Zohra, please come on. Please. Fatima Zohra from Jahangirnagar Debating Society. Thank you, honorable judges, for your tremendous dedication and time. Really, you were obviously busy, some are existing student. You have shown your tremendous dedication and shown your expertise as well. Thank you very much for your intellectual capabilities and time. Okay, sir, have a seat, please. Now time to declare the best debater of the tournament. The two persons have been the best debater 3 times up to semi-final. We have considered up to semi-final. And I'll mention the name, but unfortunately the best debater of the tournament is not here, I do believe, because we have called his name once again and found him absent. And when the two debaters have been 3 times the best speaker, then we have to see their marks actually. And in terms of marks and in the judgment of the honorable judges, we have taken the expertise of the judges when we are in the dilemma. And they have suggested us to see the marks. And mark 1 has obtained 233.5 and another one has got 235. Just difference is 1.5. And best debater of the tournament have been none but the Sadman Saqib from Mahmud Shabuz and Kong. Just you can applaud, although he is absent. He will definitely see and be happy from the live casting, I think. Well, and another one, I must congratulate the another one who have been 3 times best debater, but not the best debater because of the marking, but you deserve the congratulations. The man is S.M. Mahmudullah Hassan from Islam Aftab Kamrul and Kong. Thank you and congratulations once again. And time is over. I'm not taking the responsibility to declare the result because this is the really tough and very much confusing and difficult work, and I'm handing over the task to the Honorable Vice President, and who will take over the role and take all the responsibility of the winner as well as the loser. Thank you. Rakunujaman sir, Honorable Vice President, please.
Rashid put me in the trap now. Declaring result is something, sometimes it is very popular, but it is widely unpopular, because at the end of the day, I have to declare somebody being runner-up and the other party is champion. Having said that, let's do a guessing game from the audience. There are two teams. Oh. And you'd remember that I declared both parties champion. But unfortunately, now there should be one. The interesting part is, judges all went in one area. There was no debate in the judges now. But I mean, I would remember during the semi-final, almost each of the results, judges were divided. But today, being final, I find that all 5 judges stood on one platform, I mean, adjudicating the champion one. There was fierce fighting. Given the number difference, I would say both parties could have been declared champion. But given a marginal difference, one is champion, the other is runner-up. Yeah, given the number, the government side seems to be powerful. They have secured 272 and have to declare them champion. And I should be doing that fairness, declaring that number that runner-up party secured. It is 269. Only 3 marks difference. So we can imagine the fight was neck to neck. So congratulating both parties. I mean, grand congratulations to the champions. Congratulations to the runner-up, and commiserations to all rest 22 firms. I think we have nothing to declare anymore. Now the prize given. 5-0 I have already declared. So I think this part is over, isn't it? Okay. Thank you so much. I think the rest part is, I mean, perhaps the prize distribution. Champions and runner-up. Rashid? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to the winner, and best wishes to those who have not been mark the victory in today's grand final. Hope for the best. So little bit time. Now I would like to request the runner-up of today's grand finale, Eknobin Chartered Accountants, to come to the dais, please. Please wait a little bit, just a second. Come on. Please move. For all, dinner has been arranged, and you please keep your packet from our representative. And I'd like to request the champion team to come to the dais.
I am inviting our new partner, Masrurul Islam, to come to the dais. And directors and associate directors are also requested to come the dais. Masrur, please.
The team member, 4 team members are requested to have your medal, please. Medal of championship. Really deserving excitement. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to request our Honorable Vice President to take the honorary crest of the session chair of today's grand finale from the chief guest. Vice President, Honorable Vice President will receive the crest of President of ICAB. Our beloved President has regretted high for his absence in today's grand finale, and his honorary crest has been handed over to the Honorable Vice President by our chief guest. Now I'd like to request our Honorable Chairman of the Dhaka Regional Committee, Mahmoud Rahman Shahid Bhai FCA, to express his vote of thanks and gratitude to the audiences and guests as well. Please, Shahid Bhai. And this is end from my end. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your tremendous dedication, debate committee, audiences, participants, guests, and staff, including the media person. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Rashid. I'd like to thank first to our honorable chief guest, Mustafi sir, and of course all the participants and our judges, our members who actually encourage our students to be the debater and the winners, of course. And I would like to thanks to our sound engineers, ICAB, to provide us all the support to hold this event. And I also thanks to my team, DRC team, because they work hard for the last 2 months, and the students also work hard because during their exam they need to participate to the debate session. And I would request all of you to participate in your next debate program, of course, and there are many more programs coming for the student. which is related to SAFA as well. And by saying so, I'm taking goodbye and signing off for this year. Thank you very much.
জাজদের সাথে আমাদের টিম জাজরা যদি একটু আসেন আমাদের টিমদের নিয়ে ট্রফিটা নিয়ে আসো একটু আমরা ছবি তুলব ফটো সেশন শেষ এখানে শেষ এটা আমরা এটা আমরা হ্যাঁ ওরাও যদি চলে আসে রানার্স আপ যারা আছে ওরা আমি আমার নতুন পার্টনার মাস্টুরকে একটু অনুরোধ করছি আমাদের ডিরেক্টর যারা ডিরেক্টর অ্যান্ড অ্যাসোসিয়েট ডিরেক্টর যারা আছেন আজকে এখানে আসার জন্য আমি স্পেশালি হাসনাইনকেও আসার জন্য বলছি হাসনাইন হৃদয় আমাদের ডিরেক্টর ম্যানেজার লেভেলে যারা আছে এই আসো আসো সবাই একটা গ্রুপ ছবি আমরা তুলবো একটা স্মৃতি যেন থাকে এই রানার্স আপ যারা আছে ওনারাও তোমরা আসো আকনাবিনের আসো স্যার আপনাকে একটু স্যার একটু স্যার